Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm Andy Stover, and you're listening to the Next Big Thing podcast. This week we have a huge episode for you guys. It's full of fantastic music, full of good fun and good laughs. We're going to hear a brand new track, Still Warm, hot off the press, from a band called Wake Theory. If you guys are not familiar with Wake Theory, you'll probably be hearing about them soon because they're making big waves. They're blowing up all over the place, and rightfully so because these guys rock. Now, do you guys remember last week, Travis gave us our very first It Rocks on his segment, Tracking With Trav. Well, the band that got us our very first It Rocks is a band called Silversel. Well, we have them back this week as a featured guest, and we have an interview with them, and we sit down and catch up with those guys, see what they've been up to, congratulate them on their It Rocks. But first, let's hear that new single from Wake Theory. Here it is. It's called Falling Faster, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, that was Wake Theory. They are a 5-piece band out of Louisiana, starting to make big waves and blow up. You guys are going to start hearing their name in the music industry quite frequently, I'm sure. They just finished their debut album. Like I said, it should be out as of now. I think the 1st of March it was released. So you want to run anywhere that sells digital music. You can run out there, get that whole album. It's really, really good. I'm also going to leave the band links in the episode description, so it's easy for you guys to find that album and easy for you guys to find out more about the band. They've got a female guitar player. Yes, a female guitar player. Nothing gets my motor running more than a female rock guitar player. I'm serious. I saw my first one ever. I didn't even know they existed. I thought they were like leprechauns. They don't really exist, but they do. I saw my very first one when I went to see Alice Cooper. Had Nita Strauss. Now that freaking woman is absolutely beautiful without a guitar. But you have her do that guitar on her and she rips those freaking solos. Ouch. Gets my motor revving. But anyway, her name is Haley Bolton. She rocks. There's not a whole lot of women metal guitar players, so I just wanted to make sure I gave her a shout out, supporting the girls there in the rock industry. She rocks. The whole band rocks. The episode description is going to have the links to that band. But now let's move on a little bit, shall we? Haley got me a little hot and bothered. I got kind of sidetracked there. No, it's been a while since I played any of my own music on the show, so I thought I'd go ahead and treat you guys with another one of my singles. I just finished my second album, as some of you guys know, but the song I'm going to play for you guys isn't on that album. It's not on any album. I actually just recorded it a couple days ago. It's just a single. The name of it's called Your Lies, and I really like it because it's a lot different than what I usually write. It's a little bit out of my wheelhouse. Almost got like a country feel to it, but it's not country, but it's got a nice country feel to it. Now, you can hear more of my music at andystover.com. I also have both my albums for sale there, or if you don't want to buy the whole album, you can buy just a single from the album, your favorite one. I think they're like $1. If you want to support Andy Stover Music and support the podcast, the best way to do that is to go to andystover.com. Pick your favorite album, pick your favorite single, go ahead and buy it. All those proceeds go to the production of the show and for the time spent doing the show. But if you don't want to buy it, you can still go to andystover.com and stream both albums for free, and that's absolutely fine with me. Here's my single, Your Lies. Be right back. All right, guys, that was Your Lies, Andy Stover's single that he has just finished. If you like that song, go to andystover.com. You can hear plenty more of my music. You can stream it all for free. Check out the other songs and other albums as you're there. Stream them all for free. Enjoy it. Let me know in the comments what you think about that song, Your Lies. It's definitely different from my normal, but I enjoyed the hell out of recording it and playing it. I kind of have this little thing. I've talked about it on the show before. When I'm dealing with writer's block, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have dealt with before. I think sometimes we get writer's block and stuff from the pressure to be brilliant. Like, we put so much pressure on ourselves to, man, I have to write a good song. I have to write the best song out there. I have to write a good song. And we get all this pressure on ourselves, and we just go blank. So I do something where I kind of trick myself. I sit down and I try to write a song for the fun of it. Writing a song is joyous and fun and creative. And if I look at it as, you know, nobody is going to hear this song, I don't have to share it with anybody, I'm doing this for the fun of it, that stress comes off of me. I find myself skating down songwriting avenues I've never been on before, and the song just comes out great. And then I play it for everybody, so I've kind of tricked myself into thinking there's no pressure, and then something good usually comes out of it. So maybe you guys can use that tip and try to trick yourselves. But let's see, what else we got coming this episode? We still got our interview with Silversel. That's the band that last week got our very first It Rocks on Travis's segment, Tracking with Trav. Travis and I were trying to come up with something else we can do to involve him more in the show. I don't know if you've seen on the walls before and stuff, but there's a lot of Ozzy Osbourne posters and memorabilia on the walls around us here. Travis is a huge Ozzy Osbourne fan. He has been since like 11 years old, when his mom took him to his first Ozzy concert at 11 years old. And he absolutely loves him. He knows all kinds of stuff about him. He dabbles with selling his memorabilia on eBay. But I think we're going to come up with something where it's something like Stumping Travis with an Ozzy question, where you guys, the listeners, come up with an Ozzy Osbourne question, and then you have to see if you can stump Travis. Have to see if he knows the answer. He's pretty good, guys. He knows a lot about him. But we're trying to iron out the details with how we can get the question asked to him to where, like, he can prove that he's not, like, looking it up online and trying to figure out the answer. Maybe you guys will just have to trust us. But he's really good. He's going to be hard to stump. But we'll get into that a little bit later. But right now, speaking of Travis, let's go ahead and bring him in and do a little Tracking with Trav. Travis, welcome back, buddy.
Hey, what's going on?
I was just telling the listeners that we were thinking about doing a Ask Travis Any Ozzy question to see if you can stump him, because I was telling everybody how familiar you are with Ozzy and how you went to your first concert at 11.
I love the Oz man. He is just so incredible.
So, guys, if you want to try to stump Travis, I was thinking, you guys send in those Tracking with Trav submissions and Travis doesn't see them because you send them to my email address. So I'm thinking, you guys send in your Ozzy Osbourne questions to try to stump Travis, see if he knows the answer. Send them to my email address. That way Travis doesn't know them and he doesn't have time to look it up. That way he doesn't have time to look it up. And I will ask him on the beginning of the Tracking with Trav segment. So get those Ozzy Osbourne questions emailed to me at andy.thenextbigthing@gmail.com, and I will ask Travis your question on the Tracking with Trav segment and see if you can stump this man.
We love you all.
We love you all. All right, well, let's get down to business, Travis. Are you in a good mood today?
Let's get down to business. I'm in a pretty damn good mood. How about yourself?
Not bad. I'm bringing you an artist today by the name of Astari. Astari. I said an artist, but I'm sorry, this is a band. They're out of Seattle, Washington.
Seattle. Wonderful.
Yeah, that whole grunge scene came out of there in the 90s.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, Astari just reminds me of playing the game Atari.
Atari!
Hello!
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought of. I don't know if they're trying to do a play on words or not.
I doubt it.
Before we get into this song, Travis, I'm dying to know, is there anything that has happened to you today or yesterday that you need to talk about and get off your chest?
Well, I do have to say that over the last year or two, I've gained a lot of weight.
Gained a lot of weight.
Yes.
Okay.
And it has been so long since I've seen my penis.
Oh, fucking Christ. Okay, so you ain't seen the penis. Are you starting to lose weight?
I don't think so. I've had to resort to tying a string to my penis so I can locate it from time to time.
Is that how you take a pee?
Yes.
Oh my
it's like
God.
going fishing with baiting the hook with a little worm.
So this guy's got to bait the hook with a little worm, tie a string to his pecker so he can take a pee, guys. I feel sorry for the man.
I think I need to start a GoFundMe page to lose some weight.
GoFundMe Jenny Craig. I think you should go. Some of those guys have said, I've lost 20 pounds. Thank you, Jenny Crank. Have you ever thought about using Jenny Crank?
I need to start thinking about something.
Got to think outside the box here, guys.
I need to shed some of these pounds. I would like to see my penis again.
No, you definitely don't want to try Jenny Crank, but I am getting out of this one before we get any deeper about this penis. I've heard enough about your penis today. So, Travis,
It's a short subject.
Yes, I'd say. We're going to get right into it, guys. This is Astari with their song, Rain Garden. Are you ready?
On the rain.
Are you ready to hear it?
Yes.
Here we go. Rain Garden. Guys, that was Astari with their song Rain Garden. I don't like the sound of that. Travis, what'd you think, bud?
Oh my God. Well, I think we all noticed that long pause.
What, in the beginning?
In the beginning.
I didn't hear anything artistic with that. What was the point of the pause?
I think if they would have ended the song there, it would have sounded much better.
Oh no, Astari guys, I'm so sorry. You guys wanted this man back.
You know,
he's very truthful.
I did like the instruments, the guitar, the drums, etc.
Well, like I told you before, they're from Seattle.
Well,
and that whole grunge era came out of there.
I feel like they have dug Kurt Cobain's body up and shocked him back to life to do a performance and then put him back in the grave.
But he was still like half dead.
He was like,
I know, it very, very much reminded me of Nirvana. And you know what, guys? My thing is this. Very good try, very brave for coming on Tracking with Trav. They asked to be on here, by the way. But here's the thing. We already have a Nirvana, guys. Okay, let's hear you. You guys try it again. I do like the fact that you're using your influences, but let's hear you. Go ahead.
It almost sounded like the singer did not have a tongue. Because all I heard was... So my advice is be original. Use your tongue when you're singing.
And use your tongue on other things too, but we'll get into that later, huh?
Ooh, whoa.
Hello.
It helps if the listeners can
understand,
sing along rather than hum along.
Something that I thought was funny, Travis.
It was the world's longest hummer.
It was the world's longest hummer. We do give you It Rocks for that. No, but one thing that I thought was funny, they submitted to be on the Tracking with Trav for this song, which was great, but I usually go back and look at the band profiles to the people that submit to try to get a little information about the group so I can give them a good feature and say some things about them. Well, it's so funny because their artist bio, it just says, an attempt at music. I thought that was funny.
And an attempt was just that.
And an attempt is that. Okay, Travis, I think that I know where you're going to go with this, but guys, we got to know, all right? We've had 2 It Rocks in a row. Travis, okay, the band of Starry, song Rain Garden. Did this song rock? Or did this song not rock?
Well, folks, it looks like they got a little too much rain on their garden.
Oh.
And for this week, this song does not rock. Come on, guys. We could have done a little better than that.
Guys, it looks like he's back.
Instead of an attempt, let's make an effort.
Oh, you heard the man.
Come on.
Tracking with Trav. You guys know this grumpy man. He needs a little more coffee.
That song had some potential.
Absolutely.
But let's hear some lyrics instead of the world's longest hummer.
If you guys disagree with Travis, which some of you probably do, and you like Astari, and you want to hear more of their music, you can find them on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Astari. And they also have a Reverb Nation page that you can find them at. So go check those guys out. Give them some support. Guys, thanks for being good sports about this and being on the show. We really appreciate it. Keep in contact with us, guys. We'll see you guys later.
Sorry to rain on your parade.
Ooh, did he rain on your parade or rain on your garden?
Ooh, I'm going to give your garden a golden shower.
We are both very excited. Jesus Christ. We are both very excited, though, about... doing this Stump Travis thing that we're going to do. We're going to do it at the beginning.
Stump the chump.
Stump the chump. We're going to do this at the beginning of each Tracking with Trav. You guys send those questions to me about Ozzy Osbourne. Any question. It could be, when's his birthday? When's whatever? When did this happen? And I won't let Travis see the question so he doesn't have time to get on the internet. I'll ask him live right in front of you guys. And he has to then come up with the answer. We want to know who can stump Travis. So send those questions to andy.thenextbigthing@gmail.com, and let's stump the hell out of Trav. Trav, anything else?
I look forward to hearing your questions. I love Ozzy Osbourne, and I would be happy to hear your questions and try to stump me. Thanks for listening, and you all have a wonderful day.
Let's stump the man. Thanks for being here, Travis.
See ya.
All right, guys, there you go. Another Tracking with Trav. You guys wanted him. You guys had to have him back. No, we enjoy doing that segment. It gives us a chance to lighten up and have a lot of fun. It's all in good fun. All the bands we play on here on the Tracking with Trav are good, or we wouldn't even have them on the segment. But yeah, go check out that band. All the links to their websites and places to find out more and hear more about them are going to be in the episode description, like usual. So please go show them some support. Tell them you heard them on Tracking with Trav, and let them know how much you guys like their music. But let's move on to this week's guest. This week's guest is Silversel. They are the band that last week got our very first It Rocks out of Travis on our Tracking with Trav segment. So that is a very big deal around here. We applaud these guys. Our very first one. Good for you guys. But these guys are blowing up all over the place. These guys have a extensive touring background. The interview's amazing. I'm just going to shut up and go ahead and play it for you guys. Here's our interview we had with Silversel. We'll be right back, guys. So you guys have been the first band to get Travis to say a song rocks. That should be very rewarding. I know it might not be to you guys, but it's a big deal around here.
Oh no, it was very rewarding to us as well.
Yeah, I'm glad. Go ahead.
It was very rewarding to us as well. Anybody that likes and digs and connects to our music, you know, that's why we write and create the art and music that we create is so where people can connect to it and feel it. And for him to be able to say we rock, that means a great deal to us.
Good. It was funny because I told him, I said, because I didn't let him know that you guys are going to be on this next episode. And I said, I'm very glad that you are liking this, because if you didn't, I was going to make you do the interview.
That's right. We heard it. We got a laugh out of that one.
I was pretty confident, though, that he was going to give you guys a It Rocks. But let's get into this, man. I want to know, and I'm sure the listeners want to know, the name Silversel. How did you guys come up with it, and what's the meaning behind that, guys?
All right, well, the way we came up with it, when we first formed together, we created the name Day Sleepers, and we was going by the name Day Sleepers.
Okay.
And we went to copyright that name. We were told that we couldn't copyright it because there was another band out there that had already copyrighted that name.
Okay.
So then we started doing some soul searching and some digging, and we came across Silversel. And from my understanding, because our lead vocalist is the one who actually thought up of the name, hence that's why, you know, his last name being Silver.
Okay.
But that's all great, you know. But from the information that he passed along to us, Silversel comes from Irish dialect, and it means oneself. So as soon as we heard that it meant oneself, we was like, oh, well, let's see if we can copyright this, because, you know, that's what we're about, being true to who we are.
But listen, I know that in the band's past, you guys endured several lineup changes. But you guys have now settled in on the 5-piece group that you are now. How did it affect the band going from the 4-piece to the 5-piece, and were there any growing pains?
Well, with anything, there's always going to be growing pains, and you know, it was hard finding the lineup that we have now to where we all connected and became one unit, and
Sure.
And we're able to get along and write music as well as we do, because we write all of our own music. We all pitch in on the lyrics. We all pitch in on the musical composition of the songs. And you know, when you get into doing something like that, you just gotta be with people that connect with you on that level, so there's no drama.
Absolutely.
And we finally did that. We locked in on the 5 of us, and that's how we're moving forward. But you are correct. At one point in time, we were a 4-piece band, and how we created the big sound that we had was our lead vocalist, Wally Silver. He played rhythm guitar, and then we decided that we wanted to free him up so where he could interact with the crowd a lot more.
Okay.
And that's when we started searching for that 5th member. And we went through a couple of different guys until we finally found Big Mike, and we fell in love with him. He's a big teddy bear, and he brings a killer sound.
So does the lead singer now, does he play the lead parts now, or is it Mike?
No, Justin Myers, and I'm going to let him speak to you. That'd be me.
Hey, that's you? Man, those are some badass dive bombs in Annabelle, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How long have you been playing, bud?
I'd say 12 years. 11? Probably 11, 12 years.
And how old are you now?
29.
Okay, wow. So a good part of your life then. So let me ask you this next question then. I understand that you guys have worked in the studio quite a bit, putting out some albums and singles. What are those studio sessions like?
Oh, they were awesome. They're very, 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 very creative. Yeah, very creative. Like, I mean, with an idea, you know, we got Shane Baldwin that's in there being our engineer and everything.
Okay.
We have kind of crazy ideas, and he might help us structure everything together, and it's just a really great environment.
So do you guys go in with a pretty good understanding and idea of where the music is going to go, or are you getting in there and kind of completely writing everything, or do you guys have like most of it wrote before you get in there?
Well, a majority of the time, we go in there with a song that we have structured,
Okay.
And our engineer, Shane Baldwin from Elevated Basement Studios in Savannah, Georgia, he really throws in his weight and says, well, guys, I like the sound of it and I like the structure of it, but I think you'd be better off. Let's try this.
Sure.
And then he helps us kind of rewrite it, and then it just turns into the masterpiece that it turns into.
Now, you guys have, we talked about the studio. Now, you guys have an extensive touring background as well. Now, do you prefer being in the studio or playing live?
Definitely playing live.
Yes, I had a feeling. I think most bands do. I have had a few bands tell me the studio before. Why live?
The energy,
Sure.
the emotions and feelings that you get when you're on stage, and you have so many people coming back to you to see you perform. It's completely different than being in a studio in a quiet environment
And hearing that click, click, click,
Yeah,
click.
Sure. Sure. Something about the live experience once you get there with the crowd. The crowd is just as part of the whole thing as the band. You can't have the you can't have it go on without the crowd, and the crowd can't have it go on without you guys.
That's right. And without the crowd and the fans and the cellmates, we wouldn't be able to do what we do.
So
big
you brought up
shout out to the fans.
cellmates. What are cellmates?
Cellmates are individuals who become our fans. So
Got it.
when
I
they
love
hear
it.
our music and they decide that they like us and they become our fans, they're no longer known as fans. They're part of the family. They're cellmates.
So is that going to be SEL mates?
Yes, sir.
Love it.
SELMATES.
So these cellmates, you guys have been around a while. Have these cellmates grown in numbers, and are they supportive and loyal?
I would have to say, personally, from my experience, yes.
Absolutely.
We've been to shows when we were first starting out where we played in front of 2 people.
Wow.
And now we've been to shows where we play in front of 10, 15,000.
You're kidding me. What a freaking growing spurt. That is amazing to be playing those types of venues. I also saw on the bio, too, that you guys have done some supporting acts for, like, Molly Hatchet. I saw Lynyrd Skynyrd's name in there. I think I saw a couple of the people from Almond Brothers. What was that experience like?
It's great. We actually did a show in Virginia with it's a group called Southern Rock's Finest, and what that group is it's different members from Lynyrd Skynyrd, Molly Hatchet, Blackfoot, Outlaws, and they formed this like super Southern rock super group, and they asked us to join them on their shows throughout Virginia. And one particular show at the end of the evening, basically we just had a big jam fest.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Yeah, it was great, and the crowd ate it up.
I guarantee it.
Yeah, there's no experience like it in the world.
What's the name of that group now? That super group? What was the name of it?
Now?
The name of the super group you were just talking about? What do they go by?
Southern Rock's Finest.
Southern Rock's Fine. Now, are they still doing stuff together?
Oh, yes, sir, they do.
I'm going to have to go and check that out myself. That's a heck of a freaking super group. Now, we're talking about going out and playing. Now, how do you guys travel when you're out on tour? You guys crammed in a van, or do you have the luxury of a nice bus?
Well, we have the luxury of a nice Class A coach motorhome.
Nice.
But a lot of times we'll load up in a nice 6-passenger vehicle, hook the trailer up to the back, help save on gas. It just depends on the length of the tour.
Sure.
And at the end of the day, how much funds are involved, because gas gets very expensive.
Absolutely. And I didn't even think about that. That makes a lot of sense. It's nice to have that luxury of that motorhome, I'm sure, but depending on how far away it is, that thing can suck some gas.
Oh, yes, sir. It averages about 8 miles to the gallon.
Damn. Who drives that beast? Is it one of you guys? Do you take turns? Do you hire somebody?
We generally will take turns.
Man, so you don't need to have like a CDL or anything to drive that sucker.
Oh, no, not that one there. Just a regular driver's license.
Gotcha. Man, so next time I see the old motorhome going down the road, I'm going to think it's you guys now.
There you go. Sounds good.
So out on the road, guys, as a band together, playing together, what's the most memorable show that you guys have played together, and why is it so memorable? You might have answered this already.
Well, I don't think we've answered it, but there's a ton of shows. We played Club La Vila down in Florida. We played Wild Adventures with bands like Skillet and Collective Soul.
Damn.
We played Virginia. We played all over the United States. But I would have to say one of my personal most favorite shows that I've done with the band was at the Hard Rock Cafe in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, man.
The vibe and the energy, and it was just, they were sold out, couldn't fit no more people in there, and it just turned out to be one hell of a rockin' ass show.
Nothing better than playing for a sold-out freaking show there, man. I guarantee you that energy was just... And then it's indoors, so it's like all that energy gets trapped in there and just keeps getting recycled. Man, I love live music. I have got to come see you guys. Do you guys ever come around the Indiana, Cincinnati, Kentucky area?
Well, we're actually gearing up to go on the Rise Up TV tour, which is basically going to be a tour that's being filmed, and then once all the filming's done, it'll be edited and it'll be aired on BBC.
Okay.
And it starts out May 5th here in Statesboro, Georgia. Then May 6th, we're in Atlanta, Georgia. May 7th, we're in Nashville, Tennessee. May 8th, we're in Columbus, Ohio. May 9th, we're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. May 10th, we're in Baltimore, Maryland. And May the 11th, we're in New York City. And then June 8th, we'll be back in Valdeia, Georgia. And July 19th, we're at the Whiskey A Go-Go in Hollywood, California.
That is one hell of a busy tour, but you guys are no strangers to tours, so I'm sure you guys will do just fine.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be fun. And just for the record, our lead vocalist, Wally Silver, showed up. We're going to let him give a shout-out to you guys, and thank you and Trev as well.
Okay. Hey, Wally.
Hey, how are you?
Wonderful, man. Thanks for joining us. How the hell are you?
It's been a long day, but I'm here, brother.
Tell me you're running behind because of rock star reasons. You had to grab another bag of Coke and the strip.
I truly wish.
I'm just kidding. No, thanks for joining us, man, and getting on the show. Congratulations for getting the first It Rocks from our Tracking with Trav.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for participating and being there. The other guys have been telling us a lot about the group, letting us know what's coming up. But no, before when I said that, I thought you might have answered that question already. After I asked the question, I was thinking, well, shoot, he just told me about that amazing show they played with that Southern rock supergroup. I thought you were going to say that was it, maybe.
Don't get me wrong, it was a fun show, and to share the stage with the greats of any genre of music
Absolutely.
is phenomenal. But to play a sold-out show at the Atlanta Hard Rock Cafe, I mean, that's just...
Quickly after that answer you gave me, though, I'm like, okay, I can see how that tops that now. Absolutely.
Yeah,
all right, guys.
Good.
Well,
and even like Club La Vila, which is known as the United States' largest venue in the United States as far as indoor-outdoor venue goes, like bar-wise, club-wise. That was a great show. The first time we were there in October, there was 6,000 people at that show, and then we went back that March, and there was 4,500 people at that show.
Jesus Christ.
And it was just, but nothing beats the Hard Rock.
Guys, these are some really big shows and some amazing tours and some amazing music coming from you guys. And I'm not just saying that. You guys are very current with your own style and twist. It's amazing. Are you guys looking at maybe any labels knocking down your door? Are you guys choosing to stay independent? I mean, you guys are just so good in the quality. Like, I just can't see record labels not pounding at your door, honestly. Is it a choice to stay independent?
We've had a few knock on the door, and we've been down different avenues with that. And truthfully, as a band, we felt like independent, we control everything.
Absolutely.
We'll control everything if we went within. It gives us an opportunity to take our art and our music and kind of make it the way we want it.
Absolutely.
For what the fans would want. Instead of, in a lot of cases, nothing wrong with it, but in a lot of cases, mass marketed to a mass media. Whereas with us, we want to try to stay true to our fans.
Sure.
For each album and each song and things of that nature. And being independent kind of helps us do that.
Especially in the current industry with the new technology, it is so much easier for a band to stay independent and be able to get to the masses and all their fan base and do it on their own. Like, the record labels are becoming unnecessary almost.
In a lot of ways, yeah.
Which is good. I mean, how many horror stories have you heard about people signing with labels just to come off tour to find out they owe the label money?
Yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
Yeah, you guys are doing a good job, a good decision staying independent. What can we expect out of Silversel in the coming years, guys? We got any albums coming out? What's up?
Yes, sir. We actually do. We're currently on our downtime right now. We're currently in the studio with good old Shane Baldwin, and
Okay.
we are working on our third album. And Annabelle is actually our first single that has been released off of that album.
Oh, so that's going to be on that album. Okay.
Yes.
When
that
will
is
you
correct.
be releasing that whole album?
We're doing a volume 1 and 2. They'll be 6 months apart. So
Okay.
on the first volume, there'll be 5 to 6 songs on that one, and then on the second volume that comes out, there'll be another 5 to 6 songs on that one.
All right. Well, Silversel, thank you for being here, guys.
Thank you guys for what you've done for us. Thank you to all your listeners, and hopefully they'll want to become cellmates.
All right, guys. Again, that was the guys from Silversel. Thank you guys so much for being on the show. Thanks for being good sports. And all of us here at the Next Big Thing podcast wish you guys the best of luck on your upcoming tour that you just told us about. Be sure to go and check out all the artists in today's episode. All their links are going to be in the description. Go show those guys some support. And guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for this week. I'll see you very soon, though, on Tuesday for New Artist Tuesdays. We did start another segment to, I'm so sorry. We did start another episode a week, so we're doing them on Sundays now like usual, and New Artist Tuesdays now to keep up with all the submissions we're getting, which I'm so glad to get those. If you're an artist or a band or know a good artist or band that might want to be on the show, you can submit to be on the show at andy.thenextbigthing@gmail.com. Go to our Facebook page at The Next Big Thing 09, and you can see all the different promotional services that we offer now for the show. It's a good time to take advantage of that, get some good exposure and some new fans. We all know that the hardest thing about the music industry is getting heard. You could have the best song in the world, and it's not going to do any good if nobody knows it, right? So I wanted to create an avenue where some up-and-coming artists could get their music out there on a show, get some new listeners, get some fans, help each other out. That's what this is all about. But guys, I look forward to next week when together we find the next big thing. I'll see you guys.